Hello and welcome to today's episode of Focus Atlanta. I am your host, Keisha Lancelin. Thanks so much for tuning in with us this Sunday afternoon. In our first segment, we're going to talk a little bit about the EV cars that you guys have been hearing about. And there are some myths and some truths. Well, we're here with Derek Secure, and he's going to debunk some myths for us today.
Hi, Keisha. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, can we talk a little bit about some of the myths? People hear some things, they read some things, and they take it out of context. What are people saying about electronic vehicles?
Yeah, so there are a lot of myths out there when it comes to electric vehicles. I think the biggest myth is that electric vehicles are not right for me, right? There's something coming in the future. It's just not something that fits my lifestyle today. It's too hard to charge, won't go as far. Those are all the things that we hear out there or we see on like grandma's Facebook page. So it's got to be true, right? Well, what we want to do here at General Motors is dispel all of those myths. And we've developed tools to really help EV intenders, those that are on the fence, or those who just want to learn more about electric vehicles. We've got the tools, one of which is EV Live. So evlive.gm.com is our new virtual education tool that we've built out that's free. Anyone can go on and learn more about electric vehicles, electric vehicle lifestyle, and be able to answer those questions that they have on their mind and get real, truthful answers that will help dispel a lot of those myths. Like, how do I find charging out in public? How do I get my home ready to charge? Or just basic EV questions. We have those answers at evlive.gm.com.
So anyone could go to this website and kind of look around and get a little more familiar, because I think that sometimes you're right, that it's too new. It's the newness of it, even though it's not really that new, but the newness of it gives people a little fear and it's a little off-putting. So going there may give us some education and some information.
Absolutely, because there are several anxieties out there when it comes to electric vehicles. The first is range. Hey, I don't have the range that a typical internal combustion vehicle will get me. Well, that one is completely untrue. Maybe at one point when electric vehicle technology was nascent, then yeah, it might have been an issue. But now that we have several different vehicles out within the EV portfolio here at General Motors, all the way from a Chevrolet Bolt to more mainstream vehicles like the Chevrolet Blazer EV, all the way up to the Silverado EV. You're now talking about ranges in terms of 300-ish miles on the Blazer or up to 450 miles in the Chevrolet Silverado work truck. So that to me is more than enough to get you where you need to go.
Absolutely. I think that sometimes, again, the fear of, oh my goodness, how many miles do I have to go? How, is this going to be a problem? You're right. So if you guys are able to put people's minds at ease, I think it would go, a really long way. Now, I have heard fantastic things, though, from people who actually already owned electronic vehicles. Are you guys kind of pushing that narrative as well? Do you have some consumers who are, available to say, hey, this has been one of the greatest things I've done?
So let me tell you, I'm driving an electric vehicle right now, and it is amazing. Just the ride and the quietness of the vehicle. While, it might not be for those that are the muscle car type, but it is just amazing. But for the muscle car type, the acceleration you get on an electric vehicle through the instant torque is phenomenal. So what we want to do is make sure that customers understand you're not giving up anything moving into an electric vehicle. You're actually going to end up having a much better ride.
Excellent. Well, I can't let you get out of here then without giving us that website one more time, just so that we know where to get the right information for people who have questions.
EV Live. So evlive.gm.com is your resource to learn more about electric vehicles and to also learn more about GM Energy and our great product ecosystem that we're building out to help you extract more value out of that electric vehicle.
Thanks so much for your time, Derek. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Thanks, Keisha.
Absolutely. All right, guys, I know you had a bunch of questions, right? Well, you got many of them answered right there. Please go to the website and learn more. And stay tuned for more Focus Atlanta. We'll be right back.